Hey guys, this is Brian from the Autistic Superblog. This is going to be another version, a continuation of Poetry Packed Out, The Link Gift. This is going to be part 2, and you know how I focused on part 1 being about my dad? This one's going to be focusing about my mom. Well, what can I say about my mom that I haven't said already? I mean, she's someone that's very strong. She had raised 5 kids. One of them was on the spectrum. She's very kind, very generous with her time. She's very generous with she's very generous with the community. I think it goes for all of us. I think that's where I get my outgoing and wine and sharing that hopeful nature with everyone else. I'm not to say it doesn't come from the community, but my mom is part of that. So this is for my mom on my birthday, and one of the reasons why I mention this is because this comes from a time when my mom was part of that outgoing community, and she still is to this day. But she was helping out a lady by the name of, I'll call her my Aunt Mary, who used to live in Saugerties. My mom's very strong, but she's also very kind. She also thought of others before herself, and it's something that I hold with me to this very day. So that being said, this poem is called Russell Street by Brian Liston to the memory of Mary Mahoney. 1. 2 orders come out on the conveyor belt. Before he bags, the customer tells him to separate them. Says she's buying for 2 houses. Bagger's reply, I'll treat them as I would my own family. His eyes reassures her. He means what he says, they seem to say. 2. Chieftain music plays. Elderly woman lies in her chair, blanket draped as she listens, eyes closed, the music seemingly transporting her to a simpler time. A woman and her son enter the house, bags in their hands. Elderly woman's eyes open, happy to see her company. She's been expecting them. As the friends talk over tea, Oh Danny Boy plays in the background. Suddenly, the elderly woman sings, with the friend and her son as her only audience, listening, appreciating every single note. The son sits mesmerized. How much kindness his mom has for her elderly aunt to do what she does. How she takes pride in what life has given them, something he does, appreciating more so now. So that kind of gives you an idea of how important helping the community and helping others is to my mom, and how hopeful she was, and how she really bolstered my faith. I mean, I've made no pretense in the blog that I'm a Roman Catholic, and one of the reasons why I've stayed a Catholic and have been in the church for so long is because of my mom. Her faith is something that she's passed on to me. Without that, I definitely don't know where I would be. I definitely wouldn't be the hopeful person that you see before you, who writes the blogs, who thinks positively when things are going so bad. Take, for example, 2020, the coronavirus chaos. So, that's just a window into my life, and I wanted you to see my mom and my dad in both sides. So, that being said, hope you guys enjoy. Stay strong, and as always, to be continued. Psych. Shine on.